Give yourself permission to breathe. Share your feelings. You are not alone. Have hope. Talk to a Stay Well counselor for free confidential help 24/7 through the COVID-19 hotline.
Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome to The Splash Live. Good to have you with us. Dave Scott in our snowy Civic Center TV studios today. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the beginning of 90 minutes of live television for you here on Civic Center TV and all of our outlets. It includes The Splash Live, very local, from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Tyler Keefe checks in for an hour of interviews and newsmakers at 10 o'clock. He'll take a slightly wider geographic look at our area, but an hour and a half just for you each and every day from your local community television and radio station. Easy to find us on all of our outlets, starting with Civic Center TV, channel 15 on Comcast, channel 99 over on AT&T. You can go to civiccentertv.com, our website. We've got live streaming there and all of our archives, a lot of other helpful information. You can also watch us on social media, on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Just search for Civic Center TV. And then, of course, we are live each and every day on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM. I like it when you listen to the radio because then you can't see that I really need a haircut. Hopefully we'll get that worked out for the day. Joining us on the program is Kristen Douglas. She'll check in from Keego Harbor for the Parks and Rec Department. And of course we have a Taste of Keego kicking off. And Suzanne Levine of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce checks in as well today. We're going to talk about some of the challenges that businesses are having, not only here in West Bloomfield, but all across the state of Michigan. It isn't easy. As I was reminded this weekend, I was at an event in Commerce Township at a matter of taste. Haven't been out there for a while, and what a great spot. I mean, there's a picture right here we're going to put on the screen for you. And that's obviously the way it looks on Union Lake in the summertime. They didn't have the deck open when I was there Saturday night. I was there for an event from the Detroit Baseball Society, an annual event they have kicking off the Tiger season a little bit early every year. And we were upstairs. They've got great facilities there. But what was frustrating, and the reason I'm bringing it up this morning, is the restaurant wasn't open. And I know it's wintertime, and it's a little bit different. We're not going to be sitting out on the porch listening to music over the lake in the wintertime, but they're just having a hard time, as many of our restaurants here in our area are, finding the employees that we need. So we're going to talk about that a little bit here on the program. That is not going to slow people down, though, this week in Keego Harbor. We're going to talk to Kristen in just a couple of minutes and find out all about a Taste of Keego, and that is going on. I believe it kicks off today and runs through February 5th, and a good opportunity for you, if you've not done recently, to head out to some of the restaurants in the greater West Bloomfield, and in particular the Keego Harbor area. Our West Bloomfield Middle School, our beautiful new building, was highlighted by the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals. They actually came to the middle school and got a tour. And these are principals from all over the state of Michigan coming to little old West Bloomfield to see our brand new building. It was just an amazing opportunity, all the folks said. And of course, we got a chance to show it off. Amy Hughes, the principal, and Dr. Bozzi was there, of course, to share with the rest of the state of Michigan this amazing facility that we have in West Bloomfield. Hey, it was a really big week for us at Civic Center TV last week. We were handed a couple of awards. Take a look at these that are on our mantle right now and will soon be up on the wall at our Civic Center TV studios on in West Bloomfield on, how can I forget, on Walnut Lake Road. How many years have I lived here? We are thrilled to announce that Civic Center TV received awards for excellence in community programming for a COVID-19 vaccine and for the United We Walk programming that we put together, and were recognized by the Philo Festival of Media Arts. Again, thank you so much for that recognition, and congratulations to Larry Nyland and to Tyler Keefe and to everybody who worked so hard on putting those programs together. They're also very excited out at Henry Ford Hospital, West Bloomfield, where neurosurgeons there have come up with a unique new imaging agent that highlights cancer and tumors in tissue in bright pink, and you can barely see it in that picture right behind the doctor, but there is some pink that shows up. It's an amazing new technology, just one of the great things that's going on right here. Emerging medical technology right here in West Bloomfield. We'll look forward to talking to the people at Henry Ford Hospital, West Bloomfield, to find out more about that. And congratulations to the Goldfish Swim School, a Metro Detroit business. They're in Troy, and they've opened up a new location right here in the Orchard Mall in West Bloomfield. We're going to get out there and broadcast live from there as soon as we can get it scheduled. But that couldn't have been easy. I mean, they had to get in the mall and dig a swimming pool and put a swimming pool right in the mall. And what a great thing for kids to be doing, of course, learning how to swim. I mean, for goodness sakes, this is the community of lakes, so we need to do everything we can year-round to be able to help our kids learn how to swim a little better. So we welcome this great new facility and a local company doing really well with their swim schools all across the country. Congratulations to the Goldfish Swim School now here in Orchard Mall. Orchard Mall will also be the site of the 2023 Black Expo coming up, and that's going to be happening in mid-February. Of course, February is Black History Month, and this is going to be a great event Saturday, February 25th from 10 to 1 at Orchard Mall. A number of exhibitors have already signed up, but if you would like to register to be an exhibitor, we would love to have you join us. You can call 248-451-1900, and we will be out there broadcasting live. I look forward to that event. They're going to be very busy over at West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation, taking all the registrations for the amazing events they have, like Snowshoe with your sweetie. Come on, it's Monday. I haven't had my coffee yet. Snowshoe with your sweetie happening Sunday, February 12th, an opportunity to take a snowshoe hike, guided hike back through the trails of West Bloomfield. You'll have a chance to learn about some of the animals' mating strategies, and maybe that'll inspire you and your lover. It's going to be a lot of fun. There is a small fee for it, and if there's no snow, we'll put the snowshoes aside and go for a hike. Going to be a lot of fun. You can register for that along with Frank and the Great Ladies of Song, an opportunity to go see a concert with the DSO on February 10th featuring Frank Sinatra music. Should be a lot of fun. Great way to go because you don't have to worry about parking. They apparently have some of the best seats available in the house, and it should be a lot of fun. It's all, of course, going on at the Max M. Fisher Music Center, and West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation has put together this outing just for you. So those are some of the things going on here in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a really quick break. We'll be back in just a moment, and we're going to find out all about the Taste of Kego when we return. Good morning. I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
And now, back to The Splash, live.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. Saturday night, I was in Keego Harbor, and it was hustling and bustling, and everyone was out having a good time. But this week will even be better, as it's Taste of Keego Week. To let us in on all of the fun, joining us now is Kristen Douglas from the Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation. Kristen, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, David. I'm good, thanks.
Well, good to have you with us. Taste of Keego, fill us in. Tell us about all the excitement going on this week.
It's our second annual restaurant week in Keego Harbor. Super excited for it. It's a event that was successful. It used to be a community event, but with COVID, we weren't able to gather. So we rebranded it, recreated it to make it to Restaurant Week. So we're very excited. It runs starting today through next week, Sunday, so the 5th of February. And we have local restaurants that are offering special menus and or special pricing.
Well, it's a great opportunity to get out, and we're going to talk a little bit on the show today about some of the challenges that restaurants are having. I talked about that story earlier. Some restaurants, really been struggling finding employees. So this is a great week in Keego to celebrate these restaurants. Get out and support them. You don't have to wait till Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to go out. You can. I assume people can get out and go head off to these restaurants tonight.
We're doing it tonight with my family to kick it off. I don't have to cook dinner, so I'll take any advantage. But
I love that
you're
idea.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, part of the reason why we rebrand or kind of revisited and recreated this Taste of Keego was the restaurants having problems with staffing. We would get the food, and we'd be at Santia Hall, and people could get like small plates and kind of have a taste of each of the restaurants, but not being able to have enough staff. We don't have enough volunteers. And so it was like, how can we thank our restaurants? How can we drive business back to them? And so now we've made it Restaurant Week.
All right, so let's run down the list some of these restaurants. We can promote them a little bit.
Awesome.
Harbor Steakhouse, that's kind of right across the street almost from what was Abbott, what was West Bloomfield High School. That's how old I am. And, and talking about that, Harbor Steakhouse has been around for a long time. I can't remember, and I grew up here, I can't remember driving around the curve and not seeing the Harbor Steakhouse right there in Orchard Lake Road.
Yeah, and they have an amazing deal. It's a 1-pound prime rib dinner for $25. So it's a good deal.
Well, I might have to head there tonight. That sounds like a great idea. See, now I can do that and stay on my low-carb diet, right? We can make that happen.
100%.
Gino's, an institution for a cocktail, some pizza. It's always fun to go to Gino's.
It is, and they have done a dinner also for $20 a person, and you can either pick from chicken parmesan, their delicious homemade lasagna, that's a favorite of mine, or eggplant parmesan, and then it comes with a dessert as well. So
fantastic.
And their delicious breadsticks.
Well, of course. Now, if you want some pizza, you just want to carry it out. I imagine, can you do carry out at Jets during this restaurant week?
Yeah, we love Jets. They're a super great supporter of our Parks and Rec, and they've got a large one-topping pizza and their Jets bread for $15 out the door.
Excellent. You can go through the list, but I guess we're doing okay. I'll just keep taking you through the list. What's going on at the Lodge? They were packed on Saturday night, and then a lot of people there yesterday, too. Everybody watching football at the Lodge yesterday.
Yeah, and so knowing that they love their apps, they've got an $11 app special, and so specifically their chicken fritters or personal nachos.
All right, Donnelly's. I've not been to Donnelly's for a long time. It's a really fun place, though. Tell people about Donnelly's if they've not been in there.
It has. It's an Irish tavern, and they just actually updated the inside.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, and so they've got a buy one, get one half off special on cod baskets.
Okay, pizza, sushi, and bowl. I've never been there before.
Keego Sushi and Bowl.
Or Keego, I'm sorry. Keego's Sushi and Bowl. I got so excited about it, I couldn't even say it right. Keego Sushi and Bowl.
Yeah, they're a new establishment to us. They just joined us about a year ago, and they have a special on a sushi bowl. It's called the Keego Sushi Bowl, and so they've got special pricing on that as well.
Okay, I was thinking pizza because I was just looking at all this pizza. Is it Pizzeria Dolce?
Yes. So they're where Little Caesars used to be. So they're also a new establishment. Super excited that they participated this year. And they have a special for a large one-topping pizza their garlic knots and bruschetta for $20.
Lovely. The Brew House Bar and Grill.
Awesome. Another establishment in Kego. And
Sure.
they've got some of their rolls on special, their fire rolls or their Southwest rolls for $8.99.
And I love barbecue, so I'm in Jaybird's a lot. Jaybird smoked meats.
And they've got their special for their Jaybird smoked meat sandwich for $12.
All right. Listen, if you've not dined in Kego recently, this is a great week to do it. Just one more night. You don't have to make dinner for the kids. Get out and enjoy. Where's the information, and what else do people need to know about this great week this week in Kego Harbor?
Yeah, you can follow Parks and Rec on Facebook, or you can go over to the city website, which is kegoharbor.org. On there, right on the homepage, has the image for the Taste of Kego 2.0. And if they click on it, they can get all the menu specials for each of the restaurants.
All right, Kristen, thank you very much for joining us. Anything else you want to add before we say so long?
So just follow us on Facebook so you see what's happening in our cute little community. We've got some canal cleanup coming up this spring. We've got a community garden, and then the next big event will be the Memorial Day Parade. I'm looking forward to seeing there too.
It's a tradition. We're there. We
It
broadcast it live every year. We'll be there again. And when we get out to do that, that means we're going to have nice weather, because that is something that happens in the sunshine. Hey, we got this QR code. Let's put it back on the screen real quick. That'll take you to the website if you want more information. And Kristen, thank you very much for being with us today. Good to see you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, that's the latest from Kego Harbor Parks and Rec. We're going to take a break. When we return, Suzanne Levine checks in from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. We've been talking restaurants today and businesses. We're going to chat with her about some of the challenges that businesses are having right now in our current economy and where they can find help. The Chamber, one of those resources. Back in a moment. Good morning, I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
The heart of winter. It beats inside you. It's that thing urging you outside when the forecast calls for snow. Some were born with it. For others, it was carved with care. But for all who take winter to heart, it's time. Feel the rhythm of the season and pursue your Pure in Pure, Michigan.
When the temperatures are chilly, being together warms the soul. Keep the winter fun going. Help protect yourself and those around you by keeping your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. I was so excited to talk to Kristen and Kristen Douglas and Suzanne Levine here this morning that I skipped right by our morning weather forecast. Take a look at what's going on weather-wise here, and then Suzanne will check in a moment. Maybe this is why I skipped it. It doesn't look very good. We have snow falling in the greater West Bloomfield area. High today only getting up to 25. Are those low numbers correct, guys? Is that really... Oh my goodness, we're going to get down to 2 degrees tonight. Snow falling, I'm taking a look at the radar. We're in a pretty heavy area of snow, but it's really going to be ending shortly. And we should just have cloudy and cool conditions for the remainder of the day. Tomorrow, 18 degrees, that's going to be it. Wednesday, 29. The mercury is, it's cold. It's cold right now here in West Bloomfield. Joining us now from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, the Executive Director, Suzanne Levine. Suzanne, good morning. Welcome to the program today.
Good morning. The weather outside is frightful, but being on Civic Center TV is delightful.
Oh, look at you. Look at Suzanne. Thank you very much. Good way to warm us up here on Monday. So as I mentioned earlier in the show, I was out at a Matter of Taste on Union Lake over the weekend. And and their restaurant wasn't open there because they're having challenges with employees. Thank goodness in Kegel Harbor we've got Restaurant Week going on, but all across our area, I mean, let's be honest, it's a little bit of a struggle for businesses, especially establishments that are in the food and service industries, to find all the labor they need right now.
Yes, there seems to be an issue with people they're trying to find people to work in those industries. And I know that they're not exactly the most glamorous jobs, but we really need people in those industries. And I know that the employers are struggling to find people that are consistent. I know for myself, when we go to a restaurant, I try to be tolerant of, the lack of help, because I know the waitresses or waiters are overstretched. So I actually try to overtip, even if I don't get good service.
Well, and I do the same thing, and we know that there's a lot of competition for the labor force that is out there. So, they're maybe moving from place to place, but our labor force is somewhat limited. And the sad thing is that it makes it harder for us to go out. So where a restaurant may have been open 7 days a week pre-COVID, now maybe they're not even open on Sunday evening, and you try to find a seat on a Monday or Tuesday night. Oftentimes there just aren't the choices that we used to have.
Absolutely. We usually do family dinners on Sunday night, and we are struggling not just to find a place to accommodate all of us, but that is open. A lot of the restaurants now they close at 3 o'clock on Sunday because they don't have the help. And at a time when people really want to go out to eat, it's really so sad that they can't seem to find help. We know that the pay isn't great, but also I think that employers need to understand that there has to be some other perks, whether it's making sure that their employees feel respected and valued and appreciated. And that doesn't cost any money to do that.
Well, and there you go, and there's the key, and that's why we wanted to have you here this morning. I appreciate you mentioning that. Suzanne Levine, Executive Director of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. A solution to that is, to step up your game, employers, find some incentives to get people there. Maybe you need to pay them a little bit more money. That's a possibility, but it isn't always pay. It's like perks, being nice, creating the right work environment, being flexible with people. Are those and other things helping businesses that are able to retain their employees right now?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that employers forget is that there's a different pool they can try to look at. There are retired people that maybe just want to work 1 or 2 days a week. There are certainly special needs individuals that want to work. You see, some of them working at like a Kroger, I know Soul Cafe, Dakota Bread. So, trying to look out your traditional main pool of people. Maybe they can't take orders, but maybe they can bus tables, or maybe they can seat people or bring water to them. There are things that these people can do to try to help accelerate the process of, serving people at a restaurant.
Well, I really like what you said about looking at our senior community, because, that brings a real sense of pride and purpose to people's lives, too. If they can work, they can get out and then spend some time working. Maybe it's only a couple of hours a week, but, getting out in the community, that could be the highlight of that person's week. Now, I don't want to paint a really dark picture here, because a lot of really great news going on in the business community. And you take a look at just a couple of major big things we mentioned earlier this morning: the Goldfish Swim School coming to the Orchard Mall. Just a big commitment to be able to put that. They had to install a pool and major redecorations. When I heard about that, it kind of blew my mind, because I can't ever remember walking through a mall where there's actually a pool. We're going to get out there next week and get some video, but they're a local company growing like crazy all over the country. And what an important addition that is to our community, especially a community that has so many lakes.
Absolutely. It sounds like they're going to make quite a splash. When they,
Yes.
I couldn't resist. I'm
Well,
sorry.
no, it's quite all right.
It wouldn't be Monday, mayhem if I didn't, try to throw in a pun there. No, but seriously, we're very excited. Orchard Mall is really the jewel of our community. There are a lot of really great, unique shops there, like Toyology, Tappers, Shangri-La. So we're really excited to welcome them to our community. And I know a lot of parents that want to make sure that their children know how to swim. This is a great option for them to teach them, so that when finally, the snow stops and melts and we can get out there, that their children are safe and know how to swim.
Well, and then there's that good news. And then we also have a huge new bookstore coming to West Bloomfield. And that is going to be amazing as well. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm supposed to meet with them in the next couple weeks. I know people are chomping at the bit, and no matter what people say about Amazon, there is a real need. I think after all these years of wanting a place, to congregate, to read a book, to sit down, to see, to actually physically hold a book in your hands, that you really can't replace that feeling of, wanting to be part of a story. So I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of events there, to bring the community in. And I think it's really important, especially for literacy, that we have these bookstores and not just read things off of a computer. There is a totally different feeling from actually physically reading a book or reading it off of a computer.
And it's really good that it's Schuler, too. Michigan-based book retailer. They have limited locations. They're in some of our finest communities in the state. We're really excited that they...
I'm hoping they'll have a coffee shop in there, too.
Yeah, I think they're going to. And if there is, you and I will be, hopefully they're having one of the first cups of coffee. Suzanne, we only got a minute or two more, but I did want to mention this. When people think of chambers, they often think of, the ribbon cutting and getting hold of the chamber when they get in the community and they get established. But, it might not be a bad idea if you're thinking about investing in a business in West Bloomfield to call the chamber even before you go through anything, to learn about the community, to get to know people in the community, to help get through everything that you're going to need to get through to establish a business in the community. Is it a good idea for prospective businesses coming to our community to get a hold of you early in the game?
Absolutely, because I consider myself a business matchmaker. So, and I think one of the things they really should do before they decide to open a specific business in West Bloomfield is they should really meet with Oakland County or even with the township to find out, are there 20 of these businesses already? Because we know competition is never going away. I love strategizing with these business partners to find out maybe there's some people that they can make alliances with that it won't cost them any money and they can refer to one another. Whether it's business cards, whether it's, if you buy here, then maybe you get a discount at this store. So there's a lot of ways that a Chamber of Commerce can help. And I love knowing that I've made a connection to help people stay in business another week, month, year, possibly forever.
And getting them off to a good start, too, because, relationships matter in every business.
Yes.
And let me tell you, friend, Suzanne knows everyone in town, and she is great at connecting people and bringing people together. So good to be with you. Thank you for spending a couple of minutes and connecting with us. From now on, this is a no pun zone. I just want... No, it's good to have you
I'll
here.
try not to flake out on you.
No, it's all good. Thank you very much. Suzanne Levine, Executive Director of the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber, joining us this morning. That's it for us. Be careful in the snow. It's going to fall for a little bit longer, and then it's going to be chilly here in West Bloomfield for the next couple of days. We'll be back, though, tomorrow morning to warm things up for you. Thank you to Calvin and Jared and the hardworking crew in the other studio here. I'm Dave Scott saying so long. See you tomorrow morning, 9:30 right here on the Splash Live.